Good morning, good morning, good morning. A beautiful day. And I wanted to do a very quick video because this morning, as I was putting on my eyeliner, I was doing my eyeliner. I don't know if any of you have done. This is a local eyeliner from Nigeria, the eastern part of Nigeria. So I'm Igbo, and it's called Tiro. And my grandmother taught me how to put on Tiro. My grandmother, my amazing granny, taught me how to put on Tiro, which is sort of a locally created eyeliner, which is supposed to help your eye health. I don't know if that's true. But as I was doing that this morning, I thought about the importance of identity. And for me, I think that identity is knowing who you are and where you come from. And one of my previous videos, I talked about knowing that man is spirit, knowing that you're a spirit, you're not your mind, and you're not your body. So that is fundamental. Today, I was thinking about knowing who you are in terms of where you come from, your culture, your lineage. Knowing who you are in terms of who your ancestors are, what they've passed on to you culturally. So that is one of the things that I really consider important when I talk about identity. I talk about identity to people, and I talk about it especially to my children. And I started to think about, I will come back and share with you guys an amazing poem my beautiful daughter wrote. Maybe I'll get her to read her poem because I think it was very insightful when it talks about the 8,000 women that have gone before her. But as I thought about it, I wanted to share a few foundations that I really value as part of my identity or my culture. One of the ones is that I come from a village in eastern Nigeria, Asaba. I'm an Asaba girl, Delta State in Nigeria, and the name of my village is called Umuago, which means children of lion. And when we were growing up, it was sort of ingrained in us that we were children of lion. And actually, when you meet somebody else who is from the same village, from Umuago, our greeting is, so whoever would greet first would say Ago, which is lion, and then the response would be Ago Monage, which is me and you both are great lions. And I grew up in a university campus where my dad served as the vice chancellor slash president for a little while. And I remember that the slogan of that campus was, they greeted each other like great lions and lionesses. And that actually was something, an emblem that was stuck at the front of my house to restore the dignity of man, great lions and lionesses. And that is something that I've carried with me. When you think about where you come from, when I think about where I come from, the first thing that comes to my mind is I am a great lion, I'm a great lioness. And the name of my village is called Umuagu, Children of Lion. My mom comes from a village in Okpanam in Delta State called Obuobi, which is the clan of kings. And when I was growing up, I was constantly reminded that we come from a clan of kings. My mom comes from royalty, this clan of people who rule. I was constantly reminded that Ibu onye Ogbobi, you come from royalty. And Ibu Umuago, you are a child of a lion. And as I grew up, those imageries and that foundation was always there. And as I passed that on to my children, I used to wonder, why are children called umwaka, children of hand? Why shouldn't they be called umwago? And I started practicing calling my children umwago, but that's another story for another day. But I wanted to come back to the concept of those who have gone before, your identity, where you come from, and taking time to dig into your history and to honor those who have gone before you and to listen to what their voices tell you. And if that message isn't the message that you want to carry forward, then to be the one who changes that message. For me, there are people who have gone before that I honor, and I respect and honor their words because they have spoken into me, and those are words that continue to guide me. My grandmother spoke into my life when I was young. She would take my hands like that and look at it, and she would say, "Oh no, akalakage." Your destiny, really, the designs of your hand, the uniqueness of your hands. She would then talk about what my akalaka was. Which is a destiny of greatness, and a destiny of impact, and a destiny of abundance. And then my mom did the same thing for me. My mom would look and say, "Oh no, the world is your oyster. The world stage is your oyster. Say, Iganazo jim. Iganazo sike with boldness. Don't be afraid. Don't look back. What is ahead is greater than what is behind. Never fear." My mom spoke deep words of strength and encouragement. I remember these words. And my dad spoke words of affirmation over me, over all of us. The words I remember from my dad are, "Get up and fight, 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 never give up, fight with elephant power, fight, never give up." From my dad, I learned that it is better to die for something than to live for nothing. I learned that integrity is more important than silver and gold, that a good name is more important than silver and gold. And I share these things because sometimes the world tries to define us. When we don't know who we are, we don't know our identity. Anything will define us. Everything will define us. The world tells us who we are or who we should be. And so we should go back to those voices, to our history. We should find the ancient landmarks that define who we are and where we come from. And if we don't have it, we should create it going forward for our generations and the children ahead, so that we will have a culture and a tradition and an identity to pass on to them. My people, the Igbo people, say in Ife so gonogo na agwo moya, which translates to the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Something that is long, it was birthed by a snake. And so we have to be deliberate about what we are passing on from one generation to another. And if we have a culture and an identity, especially as people of color, as Black people, as African people, it behoves us to go find our culture. Because we do have a rich culture, a strong culture, a powerful culture, a culture of strength and dignity and integrity. And I'm proud of that culture. I'm proud of it for us as Africans and for us as women. African women, we have a strong culture of hard work and perseverance and dedication. And we owe it to the thousands of generations before us to carry that crown with grace and with strength and to pass it on so that the voices that the generations are hearing after us are voices of strength. Often I look at my children's hands and I see and I speak what my grandma spoke to me. I see and I speak their destinies, destinies of greatness. And that is our inheritance, and that is part of knowing who we are and where we come from. So as I was thinking about it, I wanted to share that with you guys. To share why it is important to know who we are spiritually, who we are culturally, and where we're coming from, because knowing that then helps us define where we're going. So just wanted to share that and send out some love. If you know your history and your background and your culture, celebrate it. If you don't, search for it. If you can't find it, create it. Much love, guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.